Welcome back to the channel. Please enjoy the video and share your thoughts in the comment. Africa is a vast and diverse continent with a rich history and culture. Despite the many challenges it faces, it is also home to some of the fastest-growing economies in the world. In 2023, the top 10 richest countries in Africa are projected to be some of the most dynamic and thriving nations on the continent. Egypt. With a population of over 100 million people, Egypt is one of the most populous countries in Africa and the Arab world. Its economy is driven by its vast natural resources, including oil and natural gas, as well as its growing tourism industry. In 2023, Egypt is expected to maintain its position as one of the wealthiest countries in Africa, with its economy projected to grow by 4.5%. The country's major industries include agriculture, manufacturing, and oil and gas. Egypt's GDP is expected to reach $500 billion, making it one of the largest economies in Africa. Nigeria. As the most populous country in Africa, Nigeria has a large and growing consumer market, making it a hub for trade and investment. Its economy is driven by its abundant natural resources, including oil, natural gas, and minerals. In 2023, Nigeria is expected to remain one of the wealthiest nations in Africa, with its economy projected to grow by 5%. The country's strong manufacturing sector, including the production of consumer goods and machinery, is also contributing to its growth. Nigeria's GDP is expected to reach $850 billion in 2023, making it the largest economy in Africa. The country's economy is driven by its abundant natural resources, including oil, natural gas, and minerals. Its growing consumer market also makes it a hub for trade and investment. South Africa. As the second-largest economy in Africa, South Africa is a leading industrial and financial power on the continent. Its vast mineral resources, including gold, platinum, and diamonds, drive its economy. In 2023, South Africa is projected to continue its growth, with its economy expected to expand by 3.5%. The country is also home to a thriving services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology. South Africa's GDP is expected to reach $375 billion in 2023, making it the second-largest economy in Africa. Its vast mineral resources, including gold, platinum, and diamonds, drive its economy. Its strong services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology, also contribute to its growth. Algeria. Algeria is one of the largest countries in Africa, and it is rich in natural resources, including oil and natural gas. These resources are the main drivers of its economy, which is expected to grow by 4% in 2023. The country's thriving energy sector, coupled with its growing agriculture and manufacturing industries, make it one of the wealthiest nations in Africa. Algeria's GDP is expected to reach $300 billion in 2023. The country is rich in natural resources, including oil and natural gas, which drive its economy. Its thriving energy sector and growing agriculture and manufacturing industries also contribute to its wealth. Angola. Angola is a rapidly developing country with a rich natural resource base, including oil, diamonds, and minerals. In 2023, Angola is projected to have a strong economy, with growth expected to reach 5%. The country's energy sector is a major contributor to its economy, and its growing tourism industry is also adding to its wealth. Angola's GDP is expected to reach $175 billion in 2023. The country's rich natural resource base, including oil, diamonds, and minerals, drive its economy. Its growing tourism industry is also adding to its wealth. Morocco. Morocco is a growing economic power in Africa with a thriving tourism industry and a rapidly expanding services sector. In 2023, Morocco's economy is expected to grow by 4%, driven by its strong manufacturing sector, including textiles, food and beverage production, and machinery. The country is also becoming increasingly attractive to investors and businesses, making it a hub for trade and investment in the region. Morocco's GDP is expected to reach $125 billion in 2023. The country's thriving tourism industry and rapidly expanding services sector drive its economy. Its strong manufacturing sector, including textiles, food and beverage production, and machinery, also contribute to its growth. Sudan. Sudan is rich in natural resources, including oil, gold, and minerals, which drive its economy. In 2023, Sudan is expected to have a strong economy, with growth expected to reach 4%. The country's agriculture sector is also growing, with crops like cotton, peanuts, and wheat contributing to its wealth. Sudan's GDP is expected to reach $100 billion in 2023. The country's rich natural resources, including oil, gold, and minerals, drive its economy. Its growing agriculture sector, including crops like cotton, peanuts, and wheat, is also contributing to its growth. Kenya is a hub for trade and investment in East Africa, with a thriving services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology. In 2023, Kenya is expected to have a strong economy, with growth expected to reach 5%. The country's strong agriculture sector, including coffee, tea, and flowers, is also contributing to its growth. Kenya's GDP is expected to reach $75 billion in 2023. The country's thriving services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology, drive its economy. Its strong agriculture sector, including coffee, tea, and flowers, is also contributing to its growth. Ethiopia is one of the fastest-growing economies in Africa, driven by its growing agriculture and manufacturing sectors. In 2023, Ethiopia is expected to have a strong economy, with growth expected to reach 5%. The country is also home to a vibrant services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology. Ethiopia's GDP is expected to reach $65 billion in 2023. The country's growing agriculture and manufacturing sectors drive its economy. Its vibrant services sector, including finance, tourism, and technology, also contribute to its growth. Tunisia is a growing economic power in Africa, with a thriving tourism industry and a rapidly expanding manufacturing sector. In 2023, Tunisia's economy is expected to grow by 4%, driven by its strong textile industry and its growing information technology sector. The country is also becoming increasingly attractive to investors and businesses, making it a hub for trade and investment in the region. Tunisia's economy is further bolstered by its well-developed infrastructure, including modern highways, airports, and ports, making it easier for businesses to operate and transport goods. Tunisia's GDP is expected to reach $60 billion in 2023. The country's thriving tourism industry and rapidly expanding manufacturing sector drive its economy. Its well-developed infrastructure, including modern highways, airports, and ports, make it easier for businesses to operate and transport goods. The top 10 richest countries in Africa in 2023 are a mix of diverse economies driven by their vast natural resources, growing tourism industry, and thriving manufacturing and services sectors. These countries have been able to sustain their economic growth despite the challenges posed by the global pandemic and are expected to continue to be major economic players on the African continent. With their growing prosperity, these countries are poised to make a significant impact on the African economy and provide a strong foundation for future growth. If you loved this video, please make sure to like and drop a comment to let us know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you again soon.